Norwood in motion. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On second down, here's Lynch. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's third down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Norwood in motion. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Off the play fake. Here's Lynch. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. They go play action here on first down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. This is Logan. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
They run again with Logan. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some...
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Avery Williamson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Leopard.
Play action. Now Lynch. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. And got his man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go! 3-19!
Norwood in motion. On first down, it's Lynch. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no, you could strip. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now it's Lynch. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Let's go! Green 30.
Now Lynch on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Lynch looking to throw on second. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's long. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll throw on first down with Lynch. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And from down in Miami, an update. The Jets out to an early lead over the Dolphins. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the red zone now, here's Lynch on first down. Flush to his... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They run with Logan. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room if you have to run the...
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. He'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right center. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On 2nd down, Lynch. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Let's go.
motion. Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they play.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lynch. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
The try a little trickery here on the end around. Skirts by him at the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From midfield now, here's Lynch. Eluding the pressure right. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. He gets away from one. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They are in the 2nd quarter down in Miami. The Jets out to an early lead over the Dolphins. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A toss to Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 22-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On the carry, it's Logan. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it here with Logan. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll set up to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's the backup, Hackenberg. And he's going to go down again. Sharif Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Forward. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! No. Check, Patriot!
Norwood in motion.
Shoot! No, check, Patriot! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56, lucky pass!
2nd and 10 now. It's Lynch. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here we go now!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now come the Vikings. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
To throw on second down. Lynch throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. 3-19. Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's go. 3-19.
Throwing again. Lynch. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They go play action now. Lynch. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He's going to field this at the 4. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And some room to work. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll throw now on the final play. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Neal. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
In the red zone this time. Going to give this time to the tailback. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended run, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
To throw again. Lynch. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down. The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lynch. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 3-19.
Norwood in motion.
3-19.
On first down, Lynch. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Go!
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. They know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey. 4 down.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. It here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. J.J. Watt in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd down following the run. Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Leopard, back 99, Philly, here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Avery Williamson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 2nd down, here's Lynch. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Here's Lynch. Going deep for Diggs. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Detroit. No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. All right, now, look at that. Here we go. Hurry up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually talk.
New England on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll drop the throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 33. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Diggs going in motion right. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Vikings on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. Now Lynch. Going to try a deep ball for Norwood. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Lynch. Eluding the pressure right. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and He gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now Lynch on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Lynch looking to throw on second. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. This is good. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The Pats are going to get there, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Lynch here off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Here we go now. Patriot. Leopard.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
Good.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Play action. It's Lynch. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll throw on first down with Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clock ticking as Lynch hurries his guys to the line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Norwood's got it, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They go play action with Lynch. It's caught. He finds Norwood. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first and 10, it's Lynch. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Gronkowski. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up.
But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimal.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes zero sense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Patriots, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.